Hi everyone, so I'm speaking to you from the Three Corners Centre in Clerkenwell in London, where I run most of the workshops for Alignment and for Thrive as well. So I'll just give you a tiny bit of a tour. So this is where the altar is and the sound system, like the centre, if you want, of the work. And then right above us, there's this beautiful circle of light, skylight, which creates a lovely space here for us to work in, for us to move, for us to dance, for us to breathe, for us to shout and scream, for us to connect as a group, for us to journey, for us to do all the work that we need to do. And then right behind me right now, there's a bunch of hot men playing football, and there's also an adventure playground, which is currently empty, but is sometimes full of kids screaming and running around. Which is actually quite nice. It creates a whole energy of innocence and creativity and movement and play and fun, and that's the kind of essence that alignment is all about. So I want to talk to you today about the idea of living our calling. And why do I say living our calling? Because I know and I feel that our calling already is. It already is inside of us. It's not something that we need to find. What we can do, though, is get more and more and more clear about what the calling is, so we can really start to align all areas and all aspects of ourselves and of our life with this calling. So it's a bit like in nature. The acorn has everything it needs inside of it to become a beautiful and giant, or whatever size it needs to be, oak tree. So just like that acorn, we have everything we need inside of us to turn into this oak tree. Okay, and it's already there, and there are already many clues that you can find in your life as to what this calling is. So there are a few ways to find this. So the first step for me is always to listen. Yeah, the calling is not something to find, it's something to really listen to. And there are many clues around you already, such as things like if you look back at your past, or even around you right now, the times in your life when you felt and feel the most joyful, the most in the flow, the most sense of timelessness. When do you start something and just lose all sense of time, just wake up, moments, hours later? It might be a creative thing, it might be talking, it might be being with friends, but those are often clues as to what kind of lights you up and what brings you into this space of flow. And you can also listen to your big learnings in life, okay? So the hero's journey tells us that all heroes, which is all of us, go into service at the end of a period of transformation, a period of training, if you want. So if you look at all your training, okay, which are the periods of pain, of struggle, of learning, of growth, those are going to give you clues as to what you have been learning, what themes you've been learning about, which you may eventually turn into serving, into purpose, and into helping others with. And once you kind of listen to this, you have to also invite this calling to emerge through you, yeah, through perhaps signs, synchronicities, opportunities, experiences around you, people that you meet, but really inviting more and more and more of this calling to be apparent, to come to you, to be lived through you, okay? And you have to allow. Okay, so often we have all these old images of who we think we should be, of what our work should be like, of how many people we should be working with, how much money we should be making, what our job description should be like, what we should be looking like. And those are old images that freeze us and don't allow the flow of our calling to come to us. So the last step really is to allow. So letting go and allowing this calling to flow through you more and more and more every day. And in order to do that, you have to be aware of yourself and be ready to transform. Yeah, transform all these old ways of being, all these old patterns, all these old emotions, transform them back into a space of service and a space of creativity for yourself, for your community, and for the world around you. And by doing that, the acorn can turn into the big oak tree, because the acorn doesn't struggle against the flow of life that's turning it into this oak tree. It kind of, it drops. So we just have to relax into this flow, into this life force that wants us to turn into these beautiful trees which are serving the people, the community, and the world around us. So I hope that helps, and looking forward to hearing from you how you've put this into practice. Bye.